haunted by ambition. Introducing Jack Torrance. Jack Torrance, a man haunted by his own aspirations. He is a writer, a dreamer, and a man who has faced many struggles in his life. His ambition is both his driving force and his curse, pushing him to the brink of his sanity. He arrives at the Overlook Hotel seeking solace. This isolated, grandiose hotel, nestled in the mountains, seems like the perfect place for Jack to find the peace and quiet he needs to focus on his writing. The vast, empty halls and the eerie silence promise a retreat from the chaos of his past. He craves a chance to reignite his writing career. The Overlook offers him the opportunity to escape the distractions of everyday life and immerse himself in his work. He envisions long hours at the typewriter, crafting the novel that will finally bring him the recognition he so desperately seeks. A chance to finally achieve the success he desperately craves. Jack's determination is palpable. He believes that this is his moment, his chance to prove to himself and the world that he is a great writer. The isolation of the hotel fuels his hope, making him believe that nothing can stand in his way. But the Overlook Hotel is no ordinary retreat. Its dark, empty hallways and creepy lobby hide secrets that are far from welcoming. The hotel has a history, a sinister past that is woven into its very walls. Jack is unaware of the malevolent forces that lurk within. It is a place of dark secrets and sinister power. The Overlook has seen many tragedies, and its walls are steeped in the malevolence of its past. The eerie interiors and abandoned corridors are a testament to the hotel's dark history, a history that is about to intertwine with Jack's own. A place where Jack's inner demons will be given a horrifying opportunity to surface. The isolation that Jack sought for his writing becomes a double-edged sword. The quiet and solitude give his inner demons the space to grow, feeding off the hotel's dark energy. Jack carries the weight of his past, his struggle with alcoholism, his history of violence. These are not just memories, they are scars that have shaped his life. The Overlook, with its malevolent presence, begins to prey on these weaknesses, amplifying his fears and regrets. These demons lurk beneath the surface. They are always there, waiting for a moment of weakness to emerge. The hotel's sinister power begins to draw them out, making Jack's struggle to maintain control even more difficult. They threaten to shatter his fragile facade of control. Jack's determination to succeed is constantly undermined by his inner turmoil. The hotel's influence exacerbates his frustrations, pushing him closer to the edge. He sees the Overlook as his sanctuary, a place where he can finally escape his failures and rewrite his story. The hotel's isolation offers him a chance to start anew, to leave behind the mistakes of his past, a place to escape his failures and rewrite his story. Jack throws himself into his work, hoping that the act of writing will exorcise his demons. The scattered papers and intense focus are a testament to his desperation to succeed. Little does he know, he is stepping into a nightmare far greater than any he could have imagined. The Overlook's dark power is awakening, and Jack is about to face horrors that will test his sanity and his very soul. The hotel is not just a backdrop for his story. It is an active, malevolent force that will shape his destiny in ways he cannot yet comprehend. Cracks in the facade. Early warning signs. Even before the Torrances set foot in the Overlook, cracks in Jack's composure are evident. His temper flares easily. His patience wears thin. Jack Torrance, a man with dreams of becoming a successful writer, finds himself constantly battling his inner demons. The pressures of his past failures and the weight of his current responsibilities create a volatile mix. His family, Wendy and Danny, often bear the brunt of his frustrations. The Overlook Hotel, with its eerie presence, only amplifies these underlying tensions. Alcohol becomes both a crutch and a curse. Jack turns to drinking as a way to escape his reality, to numb the pain of his unfulfilled dreams and the pressures of his life. But this escape is temporary and comes at a high cost. The more he drinks, the more he loses control, and the more his anger and frustration grow. The bottle becomes a symbol of his downfall, a constant reminder of his inability to cope with his circumstances. It dulls the pain of his unfulfilled dreams. Jack's aspirations of becoming a renowned writer seem to slip further away with each drink. The typewriter, once a tool of creation, now sits as a silent witness to his decline. His moments of solitude, staring out of windows or sitting alone at the bar, are filled with regret and a deep sense of loss. The Overlook, with its haunting presence, seems to feed off his despair, making his dreams feel even more unattainable. Yet it also fuels his rage and exacerbates his inner turmoil. The alcohol, instead of providing solace, often ignites his temper. Small irritations become explosive outbursts. The walls of the Overlook echo with his anger, each outburst a testament to his growing instability. His family walks on eggshells, never knowing what might set him off next. The hotel's dark energy seems to amplify his rage, pushing him closer to the edge. His relationship with his wife Wendy is strained. Wendy, ever supportive and hopeful, finds herself increasingly isolated. The man she married seems to be slipping away, replaced by someone she barely recognizes. Their conversations turn into arguments. Their moments of closeness become rare. The Overlook's oppressive atmosphere only deepens the chasm between them. Wendy's worry for Jack is overshadowed by her fear of his unpredictable behavior. She loves him but fears his volatility. Wendy's love for Jack is unwavering, but it is now tinged with fear. She sees the man he once was, but is constantly confronted by the man he is becoming. The Overlook's sinister influence makes her question her own sanity. Every creak, every shadow in the hallway seems to whisper warnings. Her distress grows as she realizes that the man she loves might be beyond saving. Their son, Danny, possesses a unique gift, the Shining, a psychic ability that allows him to sense the Overlook's evil. Danny's gift is both a blessing and a curse. He can see things others cannot, feel the malevolent energy that permeates the hotel. His visions are often terrifying, filled with images of the hotel's dark past and the horrors that lie within. His parents, unaware of the full extent of his abilities, struggle to understand his fears. Danny sees the darkness within his father, a darkness that the Overlook will exploit. The hotel, with its malevolent presence, seems to have a particular interest in Jack. Danny's visions show him the potential for violence and madness in his father. He senses the Overlook's intent to use Jack as a pawn in its sinister game. The bond between father and son is tested as Danny tries to navigate the dangers of the hotel while grappling with the fear of losing his father to its dark influence. The Overlook's embrace isolation and temptation. The Overlook Hotel becomes a character itself. Its vast emptiness isolates the Torrance family. It amplifies their fears and insecurities. Jack finds himself drawn to the hotel's dark history. He is seduced by its promise of power and inspiration. The ghosts of the Overlook whisper to Jack. They tempt him with promises of greatness. They feed his ego and his resentment. They offer him a twisted sense of belonging. Jack, starved for recognition and haunted by his own failings, falls deeper into their grasp. A toxic elixir, medicine as both cure and curse. Medicine in The Shining takes on a dual meaning. It is not just a remedy, but also a poison, a double-edged sword that cuts both ways. It represents both Jack's alcoholism and the supernatural forces at play within the Overlook. The alcohol, which Jack sees as his medicine, is a means to escape his reality. Alcohol, Jack's supposed medicine, is his attempt to numb the pain. It is his way of dealing with his failures and frustrations, a temporary balm for his wounded pride. It is a temporary escape from the crushing weight of his own expectations. But this escape is fleeting, and the relief it provides is short-lived. However, the Overlook's influence is a far more insidious medicine. It is a sinister force that preys on Jack's vulnerabilities, exploiting his weaknesses. It preys on Jack's weaknesses. The hotel senses his insecurities and amplifies them, turning his fears into a living nightmare. It magnifies his rage and resentment. The Overlook feeds on his anger, making it grow until it consumes him entirely. It twists his desire for success into a monstrous ambition. What was once a drive to achieve becomes a relentless, destructive force. The Overlook's medicine promises to make Jack whole. It offers him the illusion of greatness, the false hope of fulfillment. Instead, it shatters him completely. The cure becomes the curse, and Jack is left broken, a victim of the very medicine he sought to heal him. Spiraling downward, the mask slips away. As Jack succumbs to the Overlook's influence, his descent into madness accelerates. His once charming facade crumbles. He becomes increasingly erratic and violent. His writing devolves into incoherent ramblings. The words "all work and no play" makes Jack, a dull boy, become his chilling mantra. His transformation is both horrifying and tragic. The man who once dreamed of writing a great American novel becomes a puppet in the Overlook's twisted game. His love for his family is consumed by a darkness he can no longer control. Wendy and Danny become prisoners in their own home. They witness Jack's terrifying transformation firsthand. Wendy's love for her husband battles with her instinct to protect her son. Danny's shining allows him to see the true extent of the danger they are in. He sees the ghosts that torment his father. He feels the Overlook's malevolent presence closing in. Their plight is a reminder of the devastating impact of addiction and mental illness on families. They are innocent victims caught in the crossfire of a battle they never chose. The Shining is not just a horror story. It is a story about the enduring legacy of trauma. Even if they escape the Overlook's clutches, the Torrance family will forever bear the scars of their ordeal. Jack's descent into madness will haunt their memories. Danny's shining will forever connect him to the supernatural realm. The Overlook's influence lingers long after the snow melts. It is a reminder that some wounds never truly heal. They shape who we become and cast a long shadow over our lives. The Overlook Hotel stands as a symbol of the darkness that can reside in seemingly ordinary places. It is a reminder that evil can take many forms. It can be seductive, whispering promises of fulfillment and power. It can prey on our weaknesses and exploit our deepest fears. The Overlook's grip on the human psyche is a testament to the enduring power of fear. It is a fear that stays with us long after the story is over. A fear that reminds us that some doors are best left unopened. The Shining continues to resonate with readers and viewers decades after its release. Its exploration of addiction, mental illness, and the dark side of the American dream remains as relevant as ever. Stephen King's masterpiece is a chilling reminder that the most terrifying monsters are often the ones we create ourselves. It is a story that stays with you long after you finish the last page or turn off the screen. It is a story that makes you question the nature of reality and the darkness that lies within us all.